get started, I just want to say on behalf of the Performing Arts Department how excited we are to be a part of the UMass Boston community at this time. It's going to have a performing arts department, and some of our classes are just bursting at the seams, so we're excited about moving into our new home. My name is David Giso. I'm the conductor of the University Chorus and Chamber Singers and a part-time lecturer in music. And the group that's going to sing for you here today is the University Chorus. So one of my favorite things about teaching at UMass Boston is the University Chorus. It's open to any student without an audition. And I have 120 students in University Chorus this semester. And it's like a microcosm of the university because we have students from every college in the university and nearly every major in the university in the University Chorus. And I think we have students from over a dozen countries in the University Chorus. We have a few music majors, and about a third of the class has never taken a music class before. So it's always exciting for me to see their progress over the course of the semester. The song we're going to sing for you first is the UMass Boston Alma Mater, our school song. It is based on an Irish folk song, and the words are borrowed from the Boston State Teacher College song. So it has some historical significance for UMass Boston. And normally you would stand during the Alma Mater, but I'm going to ask you to stay seated so all the singers can see me. One more thing. There's a soloist on the second verse, and her name is Rachel Yanis. Rachel is a senior about to graduate with a degree in exercise and health science, and she's going to sing the solo on the second verse. Now, they've asked us to sing something uplifting, and the closer for our concert a week from Friday is All You Need Is Love by the Beatles. So we're going to close with All You Need Is Love by the Beatles. I forgot to introduce my accompanist is Terry Halco. He's been playing piano for the University Chorus and Chamber Singers for over 20 years. And we're very lucky to have him on our staff. Our soloist on All You Need Is Love is a junior and a music major with a minor in theater, and her name is Sarah Moen.
real tiny. Nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can say that can't be sung. Nothing you can do till you learn how to play the game. It's easy. Nothing you can make that can't be made. Nothing you can save that can't be saved. Nothing you can do, but you can learn how to be you in time. It's easy.
All together now. As I mentioned, we have a concert that we're rehearsing for, so we're going to go back to our class now to rehearse for that. And we'll turn the program over to Chancellor Mottler.
Come on, let's give those students a better round of applause than that. I'm applauding them because they're going back to class. I don't know. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. What a treat to hear from our unbelievable students and our singers today. Thank you so much for lending your voices to this celebration. It's especially meaningful to have all of our students here because next year, as they mentioned, the building that's going up all around us, this steel frame will be theirs. It'll be theirs for rehearsals, it'll be theirs for performances, but it'll also be all of ours just to hang out. I can't wait. I cannot wait to catch their first concert in this beautiful new space. More importantly, I can't wait to just go into the building and just chill. The General Academic Building #1, what a name, what a name, what a name. General Academic Building #1. I can see somebody out there. It would be great, the Duncan Nelson Performing Arts Building. or some tagline. It's wonderful to see everybody here on campus. It was nice to go outside today and sign the beam. Some of you signed the beam, and some of you signed the beam, and some of you really signed the beam. But thank you for that. It's wonderful knowing that your signatures and all of your good wishes will be set atop the steel frame of the General Academic Building in a couple of days. And so thank each and every one of you and everyone who signed the beam today. Thank you so much. I also want to give a special thank you to Thon Vong for making it possible for our friends, our family, my mom, who couldn't make it physically to sign this beam. They could do it virtually. And from what I understand, we were ahead of the game with this virtual signing stuff. University of Massachusetts, Boston, always ahead of the game. Thanks to Thom, we had 600 virtual signatures. So thank you. 1/4 of those were from alumni across the country and around the world. Another 1/4 were from our students who knew how to do it, but they were also too busy in some cases to get down here preparing for finals to come out today. Now, I don't know if there's been any change in whether we can sign the beam up until Friday. Has there been a change? Can we keep signing? Does anyone know? We don't have that answer yet. That's been asked of me in the hallway as well. But I know that many people have signed on, including our university president, Robert Corrett. Senate President, I'm so grateful to have you with us today. We're honored by your presence. You know you're a part of this community on this campus. We love you here. Thank you for being here today. Let's give her a round of applause. Therese Murray. Our University of Massachusetts Building Authority Director, Patricia Filipponia here. We love you. Buildings going up all around us. Thank you. Chairman Philip Johnston. Have we told you how much we love you lately? We'll show you the love. Senior Vice President of Gilbane, Joe Gallagher is here, but also this building would not exist without you all. So we're grateful for that. We have several trustees here in the front row. We have Alice Lee, we have Marty Katz-Ferris, and we also have my man Nolan O'Brien, who's also a trustee, and he is one of our students who happens to be a trustee here. He looks a little tired because he's been running around doing student things all day. So thank you for being here. We're celebrating quite a few things today. For one, we're moving into a new phase of construction of the General Academic Building #1. The progress will not be as dramatic and visible as the steel frame now, but it's still going to be happening. The building's going to be completed before we know it, and we have a great opportunity to pause and recognize the effort of everyone who's been involved in that. We're also honored that the labor of the local 7 ironworkers, give them a round of applause. Hey, some of you all were complaining that you couldn't walk out the campus center without the wind knocking you down. Imagine being up 4 or 5 stories dealing with that. So thank you, local 7 ironworkers, for putting through and putting up with some of this unforgiving winter to get this building ready for our students. And finally, we're celebrating the future of this building. We're celebrating what it means to us as a university. Your signature today on this beam is a symbol of your support, but also a symbol of your enthusiasm for the growth and the flourishing of your great university, for our plans to revitalize our campus as a whole on behalf of our students who deserve nothing less. And so they don't deserve anything less than world-class research. They don't deserve anything less than a place to study, to practice, and perform. We want all that we do here to match this world-class research university, and so thank you. We have the talent and the dedication in our faculty, our unbelievable faculty, and our tremendously talented staff. We have the intellectual curiosity and capabilities of our students. And when we open the doors to the General Academic Building, number one, in the summer of next year, we'll have 2,000 seats in state-of-the-art general purpose classrooms and 190,000 square feet of faculty and staff offices. Some of you said, Chancellor, I can't believe how big that building is. It looked pretty small on a model. As a model upstairs, well, of course it would. But we do things that way around here. It will have 190,000 square feet of faculty and staff offices, a cafe, student lounges and study spaces, as well as specialized space for 3 academic programs, art, chemistry, and the performing arts, to allow our students creativity and exploration and collaboration and discovery to reach new heights. We'll have studios for drawing, digital media, photography, printmaking, video, sculpture, and more, teaching labs for chemistry, dance studios, for some of you in the ballroom dancing, music studios and performance spaces. Today, it's a steel frame, but next year will be the launching point for so many dreams. I'm so pleased to have this chance today to thank the many people on campus and off campus who have spent multiple hours and days and weeks and weekends and months, and even in some cases years, working to ensure that every aspect of this construction goes smoothly. Thank you for buying into our vision and doing all you can to make it a reality. We look forward to a spectacular opening day next year. I am honored now to introduce someone who has helped us secure funding for General Academic Building number 2, and who I hope will be back to campus very soon to help us celebrate the construction of that building. Our friend, someone who's been a tremendous advocate for the University of Massachusetts, the University of Massachusetts Boston, our Senate President, Therese Murray.
I love this campus. I grew up in Dorchester, so I'm very familiar with this campus because when we used to go to the beach right next door, I fell out here when the old garbage dump was and have a scar on my leg to prove it. So, but what a beautiful change to this part of Dorchester, and having the university here and having the diversity that I see in the university here is remarkable. So thank you, Chancellor, for your kind words and for having me this afternoon. First, I want to congratulate UMass on making this vision become a reality. I'm so happy to hear that this academic building is going to benefit many different majors, including art, chemistry, and performing arts. And by the way, when we talk about STEM, we have to put A in there, make sure it's STEAM, add the arts to STEM. This is just going to be such an incredible resource that all the students are going to be able to enjoy, and I can't wait to see it open next year. The construction of this building is a clear sign that new and exciting opportunities are in store for UMass and UMass Boston. And this new building is just part of a larger master plan to transform the campus and increase its presence in the community. With 11 colleges and more than 80 undergraduate and 110 graduate programs offered, UMass provides a small college feel while providing the resources and opportunities of a large research university. And the work that's being done here goes beyond the borders of Massachusetts and is gaining more attention around the world as well. UMass plays a significant role in the Commonwealth's ability to provide a pipeline for our top industries, including life sciences, healthcare, and biotechnology, and creating an environment of innovation and entrepreneurship. We also offer world-class research institutions and hospitals, an educated workforce, and a government that understands the power of innovation. UMass continues to cultivate a strong educated workforce, which will in turn add their expertise to the future of our emerging industries. And their Venture Development Center especially has become an incubator for science, healthcare, and information technology, creating opportunities for collaboration and guiding and supporting the next generation of leaders and entrepreneurs in these fields. The UMass system is truly the Commonwealth's greatest achievement in public higher education. The legislature is proud to lend its support and help in its continued success. I want to thank all of you for your unwavering commitment to providing top quality, affordable higher education for all. Congratulations to UMass Boston, and I look forward to having the UMass campus grow.
Key word, grow. Grow, I love that word. I also want to say that there were committees of people that worked to make today come to fruition. I know Allie and her team have worked on this event, but I know that Vice Chancellor Ellen O'Connor and Dorothy Rennigan and Sue Wolfson and all that team, who have so many other things to do on this campus, were so instrumental in getting us to this point today as well. I also want to mention that the architects, Wilson Architects, are here. Thank you so much for all that you do and have done to make this become a reality for us. We are going to have a beautiful building, and we're grateful for your vision in that regard. And so I'm going to ask next that we're going to have, in this order, Phil Johnston, who is the chair of the University of Massachusetts Building Authority, that authority that's responsible for helping get those dollars to make this happen around here, followed by Joe Gallagher, who is Vice President of Gilbane. Those will be our two speakers before we have another treat that I'll tell you about after those two. Thank you, Phil.
Thank you for that thunderous ovation. I just broke my cardinal rule in public speaking, which is never follow Chancellor Keith Motley. Isn't he great? He just provided such energy and charisma and vision to this campus. And you know, on Monday, the Chancellor and Tricia Filippone, who's the Director of the Building Authority, and President Corrett and I are going to take a tour of another new building down the street here, which is named for Senator Kennedy. And I remember when various people were talking to Senator Kennedy in his latter days, when he was beginning to fail from a health standpoint. And some people were saying, why don't you put your memorial or that sort of vision that you have about the United States Senate, why don't you put that building in Cambridge at Harvard University? Because a lot of the Kennedys went to Harvard. And he said, no, I want to be at UMass Boston, because that's what the Kennedy family is all about, and that's what we should be all about public higher education and about what the Senate President underscored as the extraordinary diversity that, as the Senate President pointed out, that's reflected in the student body. And I might add, and I think all of us who are trustees of the university, Alice Lee and Marty Exaferis and Nolan O'Brien, who are here, feel very strongly that not only should the student body reflect diversity, but the faculty and the administration should as well. And Keith has made sure that that will happen. I just want to say very briefly that we have $500 million in taxpayers' dollars that are going to go into this campus, that are going into this campus now to transform it from what the Senate President described as existed here when she was a young person, and now we have this gleaming public university in the midst of one of our most important neighborhoods in the city of Boston, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And I want to just also underscore the thanks that Keith Motley gave to the Senate President, and I would say to the legislature and to the governor for the $6 billion which are going to go into the 5 UMass campuses over the next few years is going to make the University of Massachusetts the #1 public university in this country, right? So I just want you to know on behalf of the UMass Building Authority that we're committed to this campus, and we're here for the long haul, and we are your friends. We're Keith Motley's friends, and we're going to show you the love. Thanks very much.
Good afternoon. I'm Tricia Philippone. I'm the Executive Director of the UMass Building Authority. Welcome all today. I just wanted to thank you, Chancellor Motley, for your commitment to the master plan for this great university. If you look over at the steel structure, which was not too long ago was the north parking lot, you would understand what a visionary leader he is. As the Executive Director of the UMass Building Authority, I am thrilled to be leading the development of so much activity on the UMass Boston campus. For the campus, they have not seen this much capital investment since its original construction, and we're now in the middle of a transformational phase. In addition to the General Academic Building, which we are now here to celebrate today, we have the Kennedy Institute and the Integrated Science Building, which will both be opening this fall or in August. We are also working with many partners to rebuild and reconfigure the roadways, the harbor walk, the utility infrastructure of the entire campus. Chancellor Motley's commitment to bring excellent facilities to UMass Boston will benefit the entire community, the city of Boston, the university system, and the Commonwealth. If you think this is a significant amount of activity, just wait. The Building Authority is just getting started on the Boston campus. In the immediate pipeline, we intend to build a new power plant, a parking garage. We're going to renovate the academic spaces in Wheatley and McCormick, and we're going to deliver the campus its first residence halls. Speaking directly about the General Academic Building, I wanted to take a moment to recognize the project team that has been constituted for this project. The OPM, the owner's project manager, is Jocelyn Lesser. The designer is Wilson Architects. The construction manager is Gil Bain. And the commissioning agent is Riss Frost Shumway. We have high expectations for this project, and we are counting on the team to deliver for this building and for UMass Boston. It's no small task to develop consensus for the construction of a $124 million academic building. Gratitude goes to the academic leadership, the facilities leadership, and the students who participated in the planning and the programming for the General Academic Building. This $195,000 square foot academic building will provide general and specialized classrooms, seminar rooms, student gathering, food services, lecture halls, and space for faculty and staff. This facility will be the first class and will serve as an anchor for this campus for the decade to come. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Joe Gallagher. I'm the Vice President of Business Development with the Gil Bain Building Company. Delighted to be here today with our friend Keith Motley, terrific leader, always full of enthusiasm. I love seeing him. I saw him yesterday morning at a breakfast. I was pumped up all day after I saw him in the morning. Guy's amazing. On behalf of the entire Gilbane Building Company team, I'd like to thank Chancellor Motley, the UMass Building Authority, the entire UMass community for inviting us to be part of this significant occasion. As the last beam is lifted and set into place in a couple of days, and the framework of the new facility takes its shape, we can begin to envision the reality of the years of hard work that went in to arrive at this milestone. The General Academic Building will ultimately serve a large cross-section and cross-representation of students, faculty, and staff, and it will accommodate growing academic space needs and enhancing campus and student life. In accordance with the UMass guiding principles, the building will reflect harmony, inclusion, acceptance, and caring, and it will tell a story. It will convey a warm welcome to the outside world and make a positive impression upon students attending and faculty teaching at UMass Boston. Sustainable site development, energy-efficient building design and materials, renewable energy sources and technologies, and the use of recyclable and locally available materials are a priority. And as a result, we are pleased to announce that UMass Boston plans on seeking a LEED Silver certification for the building. I also really want to salute everyone associated with this project who has really displayed an unwavering commitment to safety. To date, the team has worked more than 75,000 hours safely, and I think that deserves a round of applause. We have a catchy little tune that we sing at Gilbane. It's Gilbane Cares. And our motto is, because we're a family-owned business, when folks show up to work in the morning with 10 fingers and 10 toes and their limbs and everything intact, that's the way we like to send them home at night to their family. And it's really great when others, the subcontractor community, the design community, everyone works together to make sure that these sites are truly safe. Just like to, I know that everyone's been mentioned, but being part of a team, you never like to leave any of your teammates out. So I'd just like to salute Jocelyn Lesser Associates, Stuart Lesser and Jeff Luxembourg, Wilson Associates, the architect, Bill Wilson, and Shamir Shroof, LeMessurier Associates, which is the structural engineer, Greg Shreve, Haley and Aldridge, which is the geotechnical engineer, that's Mark Haley, Pare Associates, the geotech, Bose Atlas, the steel fabricator, and Zakelli Steel, the steel erector. Also, we have over there working away right now, J.L. Marshall, who is the foundation contractor, MIG, which was the deep pile contractor, Albanese Brothers, who was a site contractor that has completed their work, and the Dow Company, also a site improvement contractor that is out there now. And certainly, last but not least, really like to thank the Ironworkers Local 7 for their dedication to the quality work and a commitment to the safety. In closing, I'd just like to quickly touch on the topping off ceremony. In our modern topping off ceremony, we honor the tradespeople for their quality construction. We honor the ancient traditions with the symbolic tree on the beam and inviting all to put their name on that final beam. We honor our country with the American flag and an emblem of peace and tranquility. Congratulations to all on this major milestone and to constructing a facility that will engage future generations and represent UMass Boston's enduring commitment to teaching, learning, and its aspiration to become a premier urban public research university. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, and for thanking all of those individuals that have been so helpful in this process. It's now my pleasure to introduce someone who has constructed a special ode for this occasion and who will top it off now with a performance. Now, as I travel around this great city of Boston, I noticed that other presidents had a poet laureate. So I decided I needed one. And I didn't have to look any further than our Associate Professor of English and University of Massachusetts Boston's own great Duncan Nelson. Duncan, come on up.
Thank you, Keith.
You're breaking out the hard hat.
So, as our singers sang, all you need is love, and how we love this university. So I have 3 hats, and I'm going to show off the 3rd one. Here it is. There. Very nice. Bardic bays. Beam raising. My bardic bays in praise I doff to this heart-stopping phase called the topping off of general academic building. Number 1, the further gilding of this frame, as of now incomplete, is billed to be filled in, where it will meet with its 190,000 square feet the needs of performing arts, art, and chem, yet another gem in a diadem, which soon will include integrated science. And because we've been able to place our reliance on Therese Murray to come through, soon that crown will be studded with GAB2. For funds having been already secured through her efforts, we can rest assured our campus will swell till it be so comprised as to look like its chancellor supersized. All right. So I'm come to honor each signatory who has added to the power and glory of a beam raised on high, which thus will bear us all alike aloft to share through this framing a most symbolic act, which rivets attention upon the fact that given the way on these grounds we are growing, there is really no doubt UMass Boston is going to become, 'twas at Park Square we began it, the best university on the planet. All right. Woo-hoo! Though winter's ill wind can bring on chilblains, so great was the iron will of Gilbane's Local 7. They danced their jigs on swaying girders lifted by rigs to rarefied heights, heights reached by the songs of our chamber singers, reached too by Tan Vong's 600 virtual signatures, which alongside mine and yours, amount to an overwhelming endorsing of what all these activities have been sourcing, a vision of our beacon shimmering so bright and from such great height that the glimmering light from this campus by the sea irradiates the entirety of the globe like the strobe light of the sun will illumine each room in GAB1. This will also be so. Like a missile heat-seeking, worldwide will be spread the light shed by our beacon. All right. All right. Thank you, Keith. All right. Check all my hats. My hats are going away. Thank you all.
Duncan Nelson, multiple hats. You kind of threw me off with those multiple hats there, man. Now, you know, if you'd have dragged on a table, I would have had to. Thank you, man, so much for always being there for us. I also want to thank all of our speakers today. I love your passion. I love your vision for this campus. We connect with that vision. I loved that I didn't have to be the one to utter the words residence hall, that I didn't have to be the one to utter the words GAB2, and 3 and 4 and all that and more. So thank you so much for that. On Friday, you can watch it via the webcam. You know, we're streaming live all the time, construction sites. So you can go see it 2 in the morning, 9, whatever you want to see. It'll link right to our homepage. Thank you for coming out to celebrate GAB1 today. Thank you.